and I was the hero of the comic book.
Hello, YouTube. We are back in relation to the Wiz Comics, and it's been in my humidity chamber for about 8 hours. And I just want to adjust the camera a little bit. And during the course of it being in the humidity chamber, I was able to flatten the cover by putting a piece of glass slowly on the top of the spine. I also cured the issues dealing with the dog ears. They're all dog ears pretty much here. No, actually here and here on the whole book. I flattened them out and look how nice they came. But now I just want to show you the process in relation to the sticker. This is what's called a mini spatula. Now, I've used this in the past, and I highly recommend getting this if you want to do any type of conservation or work with documents. There is a wider end, and then there's a thinner end. So I want to start removing the sticker. So all we're going to do is I'm going to take the mini spatula, and I want to lay it flat on the cover of the book, and I'm going to slowly pull it in one direction. And what's good about the mini spatula is that it actually lays flat, so you will basically reduce any chances of gouging the paper itself. So we want to run it nice and slow along the edge and slowly lift it up and pry it up. So it looks like I was able to get a small section of the book lifted, of the sticker lifted. So once you get one corner or one side of it lifted, what I like to do is I like to take it and I like to fold it over. So right now we folded it over, and by doing that, it will not attach or adhere anymore onto the cover. So that's all I'm gonna do right now, guys. I don't wanna do any more because I do feel that there is a little resistance here. And I want the moisture to actually work itself in underneath now another layer of the sticker. But by doing that, or at least by doing this side, it doesn't prevent us from trying to start the other end of the sticker or the top of the sticker. So slowly I'll get the mini spatula in there, and hopefully we can lift a corner of the sticker and we can start it. So right here, this is adhered more. We're gonna leave it. I'm not gonna be aggressive, because when you're aggressive, that's when you lift the graphics up. So right now what I'll do is I'll just leave that little portion. I will rest the book back down in the chamber. Let's make sure there's water. There is. And then what I'm going to do is I will put my glass back over, and then I'll close it up, and then we'll let it sit for another 8 hours or so. So I'll do another portion on the upload, so stay tuned. Okay, guys, we are back. It's been overnight that the cover has been sitting in the humidity chamber. And we're going to try to take a second crack at the actual sticker. Now, I feel it. The cover is definitely moist, which is a good thing. So let's flip it around and let's see if we can use our mini spatula and peel up another layer. And let's get to it. So I'm just checking the camera. And again, very important tool, the mini spatula. You want to make sure it's clean. So I'm actually just using my fingers to wipe it off because there was a little adhesive that went on it. Remember, it's very important. And the mini spatula, if you can see it, it basically is formed where on the tip it goes up a little bit. So that's what you want to use. You want to lay it flat and we want to get it underneath. So I want to do the peeling and you want to do a layer at a time. Now I've seen people use steamers, which are great because I've used them in particular with the Mickey Mouse cover. But this guy is a little more firmly attached than the packing tape that was used in the Mickey Mouse. So right there you see, I passed it through, and this, guys, this procedure is one of patience. If you're not patient, then you should just walk away and come back another day. So right there, as you can see, I pulled it through pretty nicely. And I thought it was very good where at least we went through another strip. So what I want to do is I want to lift up what I actually went through with my mini spatula, and there we go. We have another layer that I was successfully able to remove. This is a patience game. If you're not patient, you're gonna mess up. The more you rush, the worse it's going to be. And I've learned this through experience, because there was times that I rushed in removing stickers and I messed up the cover. There was graphic loss. And what I've learned in doing this type of work is that patience is key. You need to take your time. You can't rush. And if you're going to rush, then you shouldn't do it. So right now, I'm going to try to get another layer loose. And then we're going to stop. And then I will put it aside. And I'll see you tomorrow morning. And right now, I think right here, this is enough of the sticker pull, or of removing the sticker. I think that we're gonna let the moisture hit again, and I'll see you maybe in probably about 6 hours, 7 hours minimum, because we want the moisture to slowly penetrate underneath the sections that we're doing. Now, if I really wanted to gorilla this, I'm sure I could peel it off slowly, but I don't want to do that because I want to try to preserve as much graphics as possible. Maybe I can do one more strip because I can feel it. I may be able to successfully do it. So let's try one more little strip, and then hopefully we'll be able to fold it up. And right there, I have some color loss, I see. And that may not be color loss. That actually it's not, because the graphics did not come up. or at least that's not color loss from the work that I did. That was there. Here's a little color loss that came up. So this is why you want to take your time. That's a little black that pulled, but that maybe was unavoidable. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave it, guys, and I'll see you next installment. So stay tuned. Okay, guys, we are back, and it has been sitting for a good 6 hours. But I want to go and I want to show you now. We're going to use a little steam as well. This is my steamer. We want to give it a nice little steaming. And then we're going to take the mini spatula and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to run it in sections. Make sure it is flat on the cover, because that's important, because basically you are breaking the seal and you are preventing any type of gouging into the cover where paper loss would result. We'll give it a little bit more steaming. And the slow and steady turtle wins the race with this. And believe me, I've learned through experience with this. When you rush, that's when things don't turn out. Now we're dealing with Captain Marvel's face, so we want to be very careful. Now I feel that lifting the sticker going up is better. So sometimes you want to change the direction that you're lifting the sticker. There's nothing wrong with that. So we're going to go up now. And we're going to try to release this top corner, which I feel resistance. So once you feel that resistance, you want to back off, and then maybe you give it more steam. That should be enough. So let's see if I can get this in here. A little bit at a time. We're not looking to do it all at once. Let's steam it up. Slow and steady. Make sure you're flat with your spatula. So there you go. I don't know if it came up. I just was able to break through, so I broke through the corner, showing the 10 cents that the book was when it was new. Let's go down now. This is the important, all-important face shot, because we don't want to go through all this work and then unfortunately we mess up on the president's face. You know, Captain Marvel is president in this comic. I'm sure everyone's watching and this is either boring or fascinating, depends See right there, that was a little mistake, but I by accident lifted. We don't want to lift, but it happens. Okay, let's see if we can use our tweezers to move some of the sticker out of the way. Let's give a little moisture. Slow and steady, guys. That's the theme here. And people are watching, probably saying, this guy's crazy what he does. I do have a life outside of doing this stuff. Nice. And that is fun when things come up like that. Let's see. Okay. And I do see, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but there is actually ink that is coming up from the moisture. You see the red? And that's why I think sometimes CGC may make a mistake with color touch. It's not color touch, it is actually ink from the manufacturing. So if this comic went through an aqueous bath, I would see red ink coming up. And that is normal for the Fawcett books from the 50s. They must have used a less potent ink when they manufactured, because it does come up. So there you go. Here's the sticker. Let's put it to the side. We were successful in removing it. Let's give that a steaming, because there is still a little section. And hopefully I'll be able to get that up without causing any issues. See, this is a little harder, this piece. Actually, I misspoke. There you go. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed the upload. We did remove the sticker successfully. I'm going to let the book dry. And then what we're going to do is we are going to see if there is any tackiness that needs to be addressed. So stay tuned, and thanks for stopping by.